Good morning. It's Thursday, November 21 in Altoona, Iowa. I have two campaign events to attend today. The first one is Representative Delaney, who has an open house downtown at 9 o'clock. And the second one is by Marianne Williamson this evening in Des Moines. I wanted to get my reactions to last night's debate down before I head off to these. I enjoyed the debate. I had no troubles staying tuned, and I found it entertaining. I don't know if that's because the moderators were better, there was less rudeness visible to me, or because I'm more familiar with the candidates now that I've seen so many of them in person here in Iowa. One of the things I can do is give the perspective of an Iowa voter watching these national debates. There were political ads in the commercial breaks. I saw two for Governor Bullock of Montana, one of which featured an endorsement of, I think, the Attorney General in Iowa, Tom Miller. There was a Trump ad, which shows chutzpah, if nothing else, and there was an Elizabeth Warren ad. There were also several ads from public organizations organized around certain themes or events, and frankly, I don't remember who they were. But the Iowa voters watching this debate were subjected to political ads. My reactions to the candidates might be different from yours because I've seen them in person. The first several may be the same. I thought the person who did the worst was Tulsi Gabbard from Hawaii. I'd seen her by videotape at the LULAC Forum in late October, where she did an excellent job and also looked very, frankly, beautiful in the television picture of her. Last night, she didn't. She reminded me of Cruella de Vil. I'm not sure who dressed her in white, but her overall look, somehow she looked puffy, and her comments really were not evil, but certainly negative. And I don't think she did herself any good at all. It is true that someone attacked her for being a Fox News commentator. I don't know whether that's true or not, but her attacks on Mayor Pete didn't go over well to me, to the audience, and probably nationally. Perhaps this will be the last time we see Tulsi in a debate. As you drive from Des Moines to Iowa City, there is a giant billboard out in the middle of the farms near I-80 that say Tulsi. So for some reason, she's decided to put billboards up on I-80. The second person who I thought didn't do that well was Elizabeth Warren. Overall, my impression of Elizabeth Warren was that she talked too much, especially at the beginning of the debate, and she was inserting elements of her stump speech unnecessarily into the dialogue. I thought Cory Booker did a good job. I really haven't been a fan of his, but I thought his input in this debate was very good. I liked his line that he's not the only Rhodes Scholar mayor on the platform, clearly a reference to Mayor Pete. And Cory Booker has the experience of being mayor of a much larger city and a more troubled city, and he's been in the Senate for a number of years. He was very candid at the end and said, I haven't qualified for the December debates. If you want to help me, please go to my website. I thought that was honest and good to see. And for input, I thought he did a really good job. I liked him ad-libbing the closing where he paid tribute to John Lewis, for example. I thought Kamala Harris did fine. Whoever dressed her did a really good job. She's a beautiful woman anyway, but they finally had her look beautiful on the stage. She also seemed calmer and less strident to me. For example, when Joe Biden made reference to the only black woman senator elected, and he misspoke, he meant the first, she didn't go nuts. She quite rightly was kind of going, I'm a black woman senator, I've been elected too. But it wasn't tongue-in-cheek, but it was in good humor as opposed to being strident and an overreaction. I also thought her input was excellent. Her one answer regarding how women are treated and how they are behind in so many areas was excellent, I thought. And it appeared to resonate with the audience watching the debate. I thought Bernie did fine. He was human. And I liked the background he gave at the end about being arrested at age 21 in a civil rights matter. And it's interesting that he's had 4 million individual contributions that average $18 each. I thought Amy Klobuchar did well. I was annoyed by the bang on her hair. I know this sounds frivolous, but she has a hairdo that some of it's a bang, and I think someone had spray painted it with hairspray, and as a result it jiggled, and it made her look nervous, as if she was shaking. And she may have been nervous at the beginning, but I doubt very much that she was nervous throughout the debate. So I hope they fix that in the future. In general, I thought she came across well. Overall, frankly, I thought all of the candidates are getting used to each other, and camaraderie evident was very pleasant to observe. The only negative attacks were someone went after Tulsi Gabbard and then she went after Mayor Pete. I'm glad that's the only negativity that was really on display. Steyer and Yang were fresh faces. Learned a lot about Steyer that I didn't know before. He appears to have done excellent work with his Get the Vote Out efforts. Yang was very good in answering questions. He was thrown a couple where I went, I wonder how he's going to answer this, and he basically knocked it out of the park. And Biden was Biden. He's got a heart as wide as the Mississippi. He's getting old. Regardless of getting old, he's always had a habit of misspeaking. He doesn't do it deliberately. Just whatever he says isn't exactly what he means. I thought he gave several excellent answers. But he also gave an answer that was, to me, particularly telling. They were talking about corruption in the Trump administration, which is easy to talk about. And he said, correctly, that there was no corruption in the Obama-Biden administration. But he went further and sought a return to the Obama-Biden administration. My concern with that is that I think it ignores the results of the 2016 election. I don't think America wants a return to the Obama-Biden administration. Would it be better than Trump? Yes. But is that what we want? No, it's not. Remember, when Barack Obama was elected president in 2008, he inherited Democratic majorities in the House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate. When he left office 8 years later, the Republicans were in control of both houses of Congress, and he was succeeded by Donald Trump. That is not a ringing endorsement of the Obama-Biden administration. And I think folks who blame the election results on Hillary Clinton are ignoring the fact that both houses of Congress went to the Republicans. And they're ignoring the fact that the heartland and other parts of America are not happy with the Obama-Biden administration. So if Joe's going to campaign by saying, return to normal, return to what we had before, I not only think, I hope he is bested by another Democratic candidate. I thought Mayor Pete did very well. This isn't new. He always does well. He had one particularly difficult question that I thought he answered extremely well. While other candidates attempted to play the experience card, he did not back down from saying, my lack of Washington, D.C. experience is a benefit. My status as an outsider to Washington, D.C. is a reason to vote for me, not a reason not to vote for me. Senator Klobuchar of Minnesota was asked about her comment that if Pete was a woman, he wouldn't be taken seriously because he's too inexperienced. And I thought it was very gracious of her to say that she is honored to be on the podium with him and is glad that he is running for president. And she also said, my basic point is valid. I think Mayor Pete responded well to the inexperience charges, and at a minimum, it shut the others up on the issue. I can't tell to the extent to which my perception of these candidates is influenced by the fact that I've now seen them in person up close. I do think it was a shame that Governor Bullock of Montana was not on the stage, and it's a shame that Senator Bennett from Colorado was not on the stage. Of the two, I'm finding Bullock to be more charismatic, more appealing as a speaker and a debater. In the future, I wonder if Tulsi Gabbard will be at the next debate. I wonder if Cory Booker will be at the next debate. If neither of them qualify, I wonder if Bullock or Bennett will qualify. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.